In Portugal, we say Espanha.
In Brazil, we say Espanha.
Okay,
Where's the
okay.
H there, huh?
Not a country.
Like, it's different. If you change the tone, it can be different.
Hello.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I expect especially with Tagalog and Indonesian to be kind of some words similar, but overall I think it's gonna be very different.
Yeah.
비슷할 것 같아요.
근데 한국이랑 중국은 비슷한데 일본이 좀 다를 수도.
맞아요.
Well, in Tagalog, I think it's gonna be the same, but like harder pronunciation, like the consonants.
Yeah, I think so too.
Same.
I mean, just maybe the pronunciation of one or two maybe might be a little
Yeah, it
bit.
depends on
Yeah.
the country name.
But the meaning itself, it's gonna be pretty much the same.
I say Portugal, she says Portugal.
Yeah, yeah.
In Portugal, we say Brazil.
In Brazil, we say Brasil.
In Tagalog, we say Brazil.
In Vietnamese, we say Brazil.
In Indonesian, we say Brazil.
In Japan we say 브라질.
In Korean, we say Brazil.
In China, 바시.
Hashi?
바시.
Okay, that was the most different one.
Yeah.
Far, but overall, like everybody was quite similar, just like Japanese. That's so adorable.
And Indonesian sounds like the same.
Yeah, we say Brasil. Actually, in Portuguese, we don't spell with a Z, we spell with an S. So it's Brasil.
In Tagalog, it's the same.
In ours, it's the same too. I think we just pronounce the L more.
At least in Brazil, when we have L words, like in the end, we usually change the sound of L to U. So Brasil.
Can I hear both of your pronunciations one more time?
Brazil.
Brasil.
In Portugal, we say Portugal.
In Brazil, we say Portugal.
In Tagalog, we say Portugal.
In Vietnam, we say Bồ Đào Nha.
Oh.
Totally different.
In Indonesian, we say Portugal.
In Japan we say 포르투갈.
In Korean, we say
Portugal.
In Chinese는葡萄牙.
Well, Vietnamese and China.
I heard in Chinese, like the meaning is like grape something.
Like the grape country, maybe.
Something like that.
葡萄牙. 그냥 푸투. 먹는 푸투 그런 뜻.
But what about Vietnamese? I was curious.
Bồ Đào Nha. It sounds like Chinese, so I think like maybe we use the Chinese character.
And what is the meaning?
I think it's same.
Grape something?
Yeah, yeah.
So in Portugal, for Korea, we say Korea, but specifically for South Korea, we say Korea do Sul.
In Brazil, we say Coreia, but specifically for the South, Coreia do Sul.
In Tagalog, it's still the same, Korea.
In Vietnam, we say Hàn Quốc.
In Indonesian, we say Korea.
In Japan we say 한국.
In Korean, we say 한국.
In Chinese, we say 한국.
Korean and Chinese this time was more like similar. Kankoku, why Kankoku? It doesn't sound like Hangul or like Hanguk. It sounds very different.
한국 한자 일본에서 읽으면은 한국.
That's why.
And Indonesian is so similar to us every time.
Yeah, really.
Korea.
You see, you're a lost cousin.
I don't even have to say mine. It's probably the same.
In Portugal, we say Japão.
In Brazil, we say Japão.
In Tagalog, we say Japan.
In Vietnam, we say Nhật Bản.
In Indonesian, we say Jepang.
In Japan we say 니혼.
In Korea, we say 일본.
In Chinese, 일본.
Oh.
비슷해요. 똑같고.
Yeah, Korea and China are very similar.
I am so scared and surprised with Vietnamese. It's like so different.
Yeah.
It also feels like it's a very long distance relative from China, but
And the pronunciation is so hard. Like,
it's so hard. I'm so sorry. I didn't. Yeah.
in Portugal, we say China.
In Brazil, we say China.
In Tagalog, we say China.
In Vietnam, we say Trung Quốc.
In Indonesia, we say China, but it's kind of racist. So we usually say Tiongkok.
In Japan we say 중국.
In Korea, we say 중국.
In Chinese, 중국.
So they are all similar to Chinese except Philippines. Like all of them, they have like a word that sounds like 중국.
Why is it racist though?
I'm not sure too, but it's like when you're bad mouthing someone Chinese.
Go Chinese sort of vibe.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, well, actually, in the Philippines, sometimes we like pronounce it like China. Yeah, it's like more of Tagalog, China or China.
가운데 중 나라.
Oh, really?
So it's the center country. Wow, that's cool. That's cool.
In Portugal, we say Filipinas.
In Brazil, we say Filipinas.
Who in Tagalog, we say Pilipinas.
Oh,
In Vietnam, we say Philippines.
In Indonesian, we say Philippine.
In Japan we say 필리핀.
In Korean, we say Philippines.
In Chinese, we say 필리핀.
Ooh, everybody was kind of similar, but this time, there you go.
Yeah, I didn't expect for us to say the same.
Yeah, I knew we had some things that were gonna be pretty much the same. Like,
You're my lost cousin as well.
Okay, in Portugal we say Vietnam.
in Brazil, we say Vietnam.
In Tagalog, we say Vietnam.
In Vietnam, we say Vietnam.
Indonesian, we say Vietnam.
In Japan, we say Vietnam.
In Korean, we say Vietnam.
In Chinese, we say Yunnan.
Yeah, this time we're very different. We don't really have mute consonants. For example, like if we have the Viet, we don't say Viet. We're gonna pronounce E or A later, so it's gonna come like Vietnam.
Yeah, we pronounce everything how it is. Like Vietnam.
So you close it up with a Vietnam. And actually the ending of it, the M, we don't usually close our mouth for the M sound like We say just So
Yeah,
we make
that's
it
very
very
Brazilian.
nasal.
That's
So we
very
say
Brazilian.
Vietnam.
In Portugal we say Indonesia.
In Brazil we say Indonesia.
In Tagalog, we say Indonesia.
In Vietnam, we say Indonesia.
In Indonesian, we say Indonesia.
In Japan, we say Indonesia.
In Korean, we say Indonesia.
In Chinese, we say Indonesia.
I am so surprised. I was so expecting China to be so different with most of the words. Yeah, I think the only difference, if like we can hear from one country to another, is like the E sound. Some of us like speak more of a, others like more of a, or their E, Indonesia.
Everyone's pretty much the same.
Yeah, if you said in your language, I would know.
We, like as an Indonesian, we refer to Indonesia as Indo, but in Korean, Indo means India.
India, yeah.
I don't feel anything weird with like the different pronunciations with the Asia, but it's just like every time I like try to say like I'm from Indonesia in Korea, people think I'm from India.
Oh my god. It sounds okay for you with like us saying like Indonesia or Indonesia. Is it not weird?
Indonesian, we are E, we have E and but we don't differentiate it. It's like it's just written like E. So like some people will have some kind of like different accents and they will say like Indonesia, and some people will say like Indonesia, like
So it sounds pretty much just like an accent.
yeah.
That's so cool. Okay.
In Portugal we say Estados Unidos da América.
In Brazil we say Estados Unidos da América.
In the Philippines, we say America.
In Vietnam, we say Mỹ or Hoa Kỳ.
In Indonesian, we say America.
In Japan, we say America.
In Korean, we say 미국.
In Chinese, we say 美国.
So there's a thing, we have a beef with that from Brazil because the thing is, America is a continent,
Yeah.
not a country.
I think for most European languages, when you talk about America, you say United States. I'm not gonna say the whole thing. I'm just gonna say Estados Unidos, which is United States, and never America. I never say like, oh, in America.
Neither do we. So I think when they present themselves, because they say they are Americans, so like that's how it stick to a lot of countries. But for us, who are also Americans in a way, when they do that, we all feel cringe. Like from any country in South America and Central America, other countries of North America too, they're like,
Yeah. In Europe,
you're not
it's-
the only one American.
Yeah. It's kind of a meme in Europe, I think.
It's a meme in Brazil too.
Yeah, Americans say, I'm American.
Like, oh really? In what country?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like they don't know how to say their own nation. Yeah, and here three countries didn't say American, so I was like, yeah, thank you, 미국, yeah.
We just shortened it to 미국, but it's the full name United States of America. It's 미합 중국, so that shortened is 미국. So basically, 미국, we're saying United States of America.
It would be something like us saying like Estados Unidos versus Estados Unidos of America.
Yeah, sort of like, or like USA. We can say USA or the US.
Even when I'm speaking English, I cannot really say like America. I just go like US from
Yeah,
the US.
In Japan, we say to America, 가시오국. 가시오국 means
United States.
United States. Yeah. Oh, it relieves me to know that there is the full name. Thank you.
In Portugal, we say Mexico.
In Brazil, we say Mexico.
In Tagalog, we say Mexico.
In Vietnam, we say Mexico.
In Indonesian, we say Mexico.
In Japan, we say Mexico.
In Korean, we say Mexico.
In Chinese, we say Moscow.
Oh, I think we're the only ones very different from them.
Yeah, the X is always different, right? We say sh.
We say sh. We don't say x.
And Japanese, kusu.
Yeah.
Mexico.
That's cool. In Portugal, we say India.
In Brazil, we say India.
In Tagalog, we say India.
In Vietnam, we say Ấn Độ.
In Indonesian, we say India.
In Japan, we say Indo.
In Korean, we say Indo.
In China, we say India.
Why is Vietnamese?
Like, I mean, like, it's also sound like Korean, like Indo, Endo. Like, it's just like the tone is
I
different.
think it's just the pronunciation because it's very Vietnamese. Oh, this time like China was closer to us, and I know that our Portuguese was
Yeah, it's
different
different.
too. because of the D. So you say
India.
and I say India. So there's some parts, not every part of Brazil, there are some places that also say India, but like a lot of states in Brazil, they also say the D sound when it's fusioned with I or E, it's gonna sound like J. So India. There are some countries here that say also India, like with the A in the end, and some just cut in the Indo. So like, do you know why? Where's that?
Koreans, most words are from Chinese characters, but the pronunciation is really different, so it's somehow turned from India to Ingo.
Got it. Maybe the same thing for
Maybe,
Japanese.
yeah.
Okay, in Portugal we say Reino Unido.
In Brazil we say Reino Unido.
In the Philippines, we say UK.
In Vietnam, we say Anh Quốc.
In Indonesian, we say Inggris.
In Japan, we say 이기리스.
In Korean, we say 영국.
In China, we say 인과.
Whoa, they were all very different in general.
But the East Asian languages, are you saying also like United Kingdom?
I feel like Yongguk is the same thing as like Tokyo, Ilbon, like it has a meaning for the word, like it comes from a Hanja, from like the representation of the country, because we just translate. Like United, Unido, Kingdom, Reino. So it's literally the meaning of the word, but in Portuguese.
Okay, in Portugal we say França.
In Brazil we say França.
In the Philippines, we say Prancha.
In Vietnam, we say Pháp.
In Indonesian, we say Perancis.
In Japan, we say 프랑스.
In Korean, we say 프랑스.
In China, we say法國.
Some of them just sounded like the same, some like had different pronunciations, some had not the same words.
The F sound is not present in many Asian languages,
Many,
right?
they say pu instead. Chinese, how is it France again?
法國.
法国. Is that right?
Sounds like an insult.
Yeah,
I mean,
法国.
to be fair, it is.
Like faggy. Faggot.
Some of the elderly in Korea, they used to pronounce France as Planso, which is sort of similar to how you guys are.
Like França. Well, I can see where it comes.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people don't say like that anymore, do they? They just say France.
Yeah, I think almost everyone says prang.
Would you say it's because of English, maybe?
Yeah, because it's like we're just pronouncing exactly how as it is, just in Korean letters. So
In Portugal we say Espanha.
In Brazil, we say España.
In Tagalog, we say España.
In Vietnam, we say Tây Ban Nha.
In Indonesian, we say Spanyol.
In Japan, we say Spain.
in Korean, we say Spain.
In China, we say 西班牙.
Okay, so the pronunciation is also different.
Yeah, you say Espanha.
I say España, and he say ish.
Yeah.
Where is the H there?
Okay,
Where's
okay.
the
no,
H
no,
there,
no,
huh?
yeah, yeah. But Vietnamese and Chinese is always so different.
So crazy, right? How is it again?
Tây Ban Nha.
What is that? What is that? That doesn't sound like Spanish.
Oh, it sounds like Chinese.
西班牙.
But it feels like hers is the complicated version of Chinese. I think we rank it wrong. Chinese is hard enough.
In Portugal we say Alemanha.
In Brazil, we say Alemanha.
In Tagalog, we say Germany.
In Vietnam, we say Đức.
Đức.
But when you change the tone, Đức, it means like a guy. Like, it's different. If you change the tone, it can be different.
What? The what?
In Indonesian, we say Jerman.
In Japan, we say Deutsch.
In Korean, we say 독일.
In China, we say德國.
I don't know if it makes sense for you, but it kind of feels like they're coming from Deutsch.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
German Deutsch.
Yeah, Japanese is literally Deutsch.
Deutsch.
I see it.
Yeah. Okay, in Portugal we say Italia.
In Brazil, we say Italia.
In Tagalog, we say Italia.
In Vietnam, we say Ý.
In Indonesian, we say Italy.
In Japan, we say Italia.
In Korean, we say Italia.
In China, we say意大利.
Pretty similar.
Some just with or without the A in the end. I think it's the same thing that happened with the other country that we saw. Right, you were very different again.
I think maybe just like a shortened version of Italy. Because like someone, like it's like 50-50, people still use Italy, but like also many people only say Ý.
Okay, in Portugal we say Australia.
In Brazil, we say Australia.
In Tagalog, we say Australia.
In Vietnam, we say nước Úc.
In Indonesian, we say Australia or Aussie.
In Japan, we say Australia.
In Korean, we say 호주.
Whoa, wait. Only Korea this time? What was it?
Is there any meaning or is it just a name?
Australia itself, the ground is like really large. In Chinese characters, it just means large ground.
In China, we say 澳大利亚.
It looks like a Portuguese baby talking, yeah.
Australia. So it's kind of fun that like some of you, they had like perfect pronunciation just like us. Like Australia, we say really similar. So cute saying it.
In Portugal we say Países Baixos.
In Brazil, we say Países Baixos.
In Tagalog, I think it's the same. Holland.
In Vietnam, we say Hà Lan.
In Indonesian, we say Belanda.
In Japan, we say say Oranda.
In Korean, we say Netherlands.
In Chinese, we say 荷兰.
So it's kind of confusing because like in Brazil we don't really make that much distinction of what is the Netherlands and Holland. So we would say just Holanda, but like we can understand if you say Países Baixos that we're like englobing everything.
No, I get that. We use both, I guess. But Países Baixos, I think the Netherlands is more correct, right? Technically.
Yeah, I feel like Holanda would be more like Ireland. Yes, most of you guys say more close to like Holland, and just Korea said like close to Netherlands. So I think we can also kind of feel like this confusion in between like what is actually that land.
In Portugal, we say Bélgica.
In Brazil we say Bélgica.
In Tagalog, we say Belgium.
In Vietnam we say nước Bỉ.
In Indonesian, we say Belgia.
In Japan, we say Belgi.
In Korean, we say België.
In Chinese, we say 比利时.
I mean, Vietnamese is super different again.
I think like it sounds same Chinese like Bỉ, but like we just like say like in a short version.
No, it's not the same. Like I don't even know how you make these sounds. And you said that your language was easy. How?
Yeah, it's only 2 letters. B-I, Bỉ.
In Portugal, we say Argentina.
In Brazil we say Argentina.
In Tagalog, we say Argentina.
In Vietnam we say Argentina.
In Indonesian, we say Argentina.
In Japan, we say Argentine.
In Korean, we say Argentina.
In China, Argentine.
I mean, to be fair, it was pretty much similar.
Pretty much. Vietnamese how? Again?
Argentina.
Finally! Yes. Now we're similar.
Because the sound J is not present in some Asian language.
Also its pronunciation in Spanish. They say Argentina.
Ah, yeah, it could be.
So
because
like
of
it
that.
probably came from the Spanish pronunciation rather than the English.
True. Okay, in Portugal, we say Colombia.
In Brazil we say Colombia.
In Tagalog, we say Colombia.
In Vietnam we say Colombia.
In Indonesian, we also say Colombia.
In Japan, we say Colombia.
In Korean, we say Colombia.
In Chinese, we say 哥伦比亚.
Whoa, I think this was by far the closest one to like everybody. It was so sane for everyone. Nice to close up.
Okay, I think the most interesting thing is that some of you don't know how to say the country's name in like your language, right? You just use the English word, right? That's really weird because we don't have that.
And I also thought it was much more different than I was expecting. Vietnam especially. I thought it were gonna be like have closer words, not of course like different pronunciation, but like the words itself, they were different. And some of them they could like be kind of related to Chinese, but overall, yeah, they were very different. I was already expecting the Philippines and the Indonesia to be similar to us, so like we did a good job.
I thought Japanese was gonna be more different.
Yeah, I kind of knew that they were gonna bring a lot of words like from
English, right?
From English, and like some of the ones that were not were gonna be similar to Korean. Yeah.
Today we compared the countries' names in 8 different languages.
If you liked the video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below.
We will see you next time.
Bye.